Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into it.
Running gear on pneumatic elements is far from being a novelty in the world of automobile construction. Let's consider what an air suspension is, its principle of operation and device. Types of systems. Running gear with pneumatic elements, a type of car suspension, in which the function of regulating the position of the body relative to the road is realized through the use of pneumatic elements. Air suspension is not a separate type of car chassis design, as it is realized together with other types of suspension, McPherson, multi-lever suspension, non-split beam, etc. All standard systems can be divided into two types: simple air suspension, in which an air element is installed instead of springs. Adaptive suspension. The chassis uses shock absorbers with variable stiffness. The degree of damping changes depending on road conditions or driver's wishes. Due to its cost, the system is used only on premium segment cars. According to the way the inflation system is realized, it is differentiated: single circuit, a single air line is responsible for all cushions. Most often there are only two of them and they are installed on the rear axle. Two circuit, a separate air line is allocated for each of the cushions. Four circuit, cushions on all wheels have individual air lines. It is enough to remember the law of communicating vessels to realize that the system with individual lines is the best solution. Otherwise, when the pressure on one cushion increases, the air from it would move to the articulated tank. This in turn would lead to severe rolls on corners. Device. The air suspension of a modern car consists of a compressor, used to create air pressure, a receiver, which stores a minimum supply of compressed air, filtration and drying module. To prolong compressor life and to ensure proper operation of all valves and sensors, only purified air is supplied to the system. As the air temperature rises during compression, condensation forms on the walls of the metal receiver. Therefore, the air is dried before it is fed into the system. Pneumatic elastic element, which has the main role in supporting the body. Hoses, fittings for tight connection of the system elements. Sensors of level and acceleration of the body, used for automatic adjustment of the body position. Compressor temperature sensor. Sensor of air pressure in the system. Control unit, which receives data from the sensors and controls the actuators. Control system valves. They are needed to pressurize the pneumatic elastic elements, to relieve pressure, to maintain pressure in the receiver. Structurally, the valves are located in the solenoid valve block. Control systems on the dashboard. Pneumatic struts and air supply module, including receiver, compressor, filtration, and drying unit, form the pneumatic system of the car chassis. The system can be open, air is vented to the atmosphere, or closed. In a closed circuit, the air is returned back to the mains. This reduces losses on the subsequent pressurization. Forced reduction, increase of ground clearance. The main role in the entire suspension operation is assigned to the pneumatic elements, which consist of a housing with a guide, a cuff, and a piston. Cuffs are made of durable elastomer. Structurally, the pneumatic element can be made together with the shock absorber or installed separately. Features of operation, advantages and disadvantages. The main disadvantage of air suspension is the high cost of manufacturing. Otherwise, modern systems are quite reliable. Owners of open-type air cushions can be strongly recommended to raise the car more often to the highest position at the car wash to thoroughly wash out sand and dirt from under the cuffs. It is also necessary to make sure that hoses of air lines are not frayed. Air leaks should be repaired as soon as possible, as frequent activation of the compressor significantly reduces its service life. Otherwise, the possibility to change the suspension rigidity and clearance of the car gives not only an advantage when transporting cargo or going off-road, but in general makes the car more versatile. Excursion into history in the civilian automobile industry. Air suspension comes in the 1930s, when the stout Scarab was produced. The car was equipped with 4 air cylinders of Fairstone Company. The air inflation compressor was connected to the engine by a drive belt. It is noteworthy that a 4-circuit system was applied in the car, which is still considered to be the best solution for air suspension. A huge contribution to the development of the industry was made by the company Airlift. This company is associated with the arrival of air elements in motorsport, of course, if you can call it illegal bootleggers races. Later transformed into NASCAR. Up until the early 1960s, airbags were placed inside the springs. Despite the failure of the first systems with remote air elements, it was during this period that some cars began to be equipped with air suspension from the factory. Civilian automotive industry. The fact that not a single racing car was without airbags could not go unnoticed by major car companies. In 1957, the Cadillac Eldorado Brougham, which was equipped with a rather progressive at that time 4-circuit system with sensors on each element. This allowed the pressure in each cushion to be increased or decreased as needed. Around the same period, air suspension was introduced by BIC, Ambassador. The pioneer in the development of pneumatic systems on the territory of continental Europe is rightly considered Citroën, and more precisely the Department of Innovative Developments, headed then by Paul Moge. In those times it was considered that it was impossible to make a comfortable and at the same time well-controlled automobile on pneumatic elements. But all skeptics had to be silenced when the light saw Citroën DC-19 with its innovative hydro-pneumatic system. The pressure in the system could be either forcibly increased, this made the suspension stiffer and the car more maneuverable, or decreased, which gave an unprecedented level of comfort for those times. In conclusion, air suspension devices offer a remarkable blend of comfort, adaptability, and performance for various applications. From vehicles to industrial machinery. By utilizing air pressure to adjust ride height and absorb shocks, these systems enhance stability and provide a smoother experience. As technology continues to evolve, we can expect even greater advancements in air suspension, making it an increasingly popular choice for those seeking improved handling and comfort. Thank you for watching, and we hope this exploration of air suspension devices has provided you with valuable insights.